and yeah, that was, I mean, he just, outplayed and defended the drops. But here we are on game 2 between these two players. Not a show match or anything, just a, friendly practice match. But Kowi is the yellow Protoss spawning in the, like 8 o'clock position on Antiga Shipyard, and Clash Panther, the Pink Panther, in fact, spawning in the 11 o'clock position as the Terran player. Sorry about that, I can't talk right now. Anyway, this is a map, I would say, in these positions, I would say it's kind of geographically favors Kowi, just because his third base is, over here, more easily defended, whereas Clash Panther's third base, sticks out right next to the main of Kowi. And at the same time, the drops from Clash Panther have a easier time getting in. So I mean, depending on the styles of the player, I mean, it's hard to say. But I mean, this kind of short distance, I think like a siege tank from here can hit this, is the reason, a lot of the tournament makers decided to force the cross positions. Anyway, it looks like Clash Panther isn't going the same build as he went last game, electing to get a barracks, so he won't be going that early CC. Last game it really paid off for him, especially since he was able to defend against the drop by, or the Warp Prison play by Kowi. We do have an SCV going out. Let me see if I can find it. It's okay, he is scouting here first, and we will have a Nexus first for Kowi. So this time, the roles are reversed. We'll see if Clash Panther sees this Nexus first and just decides to get his own early base. Last time Kowi saw the base and decided to try to punish it. So will Clash Panther try to punish it? We shall see. And now we have the gateway going down. Interesting, there's no forge. I want to say usually when you go these early builds, you get your first pylon down here. So yeah, that is a little unusual. And no forge yet, so he's not going to have defenses up. So I don't know if maybe Clash Panther will see this and think, hey, I can punish this. I can get in before there's a lot of cannons up. But we shall see. Anyway, the probe for Kowi going the wrong way. He will. I don't know. It's interesting. He's going cross first and then the other way. But yeah, okay. We do have the Marines. 2 Marines rallied. Will they bring SCVs? It looks like he will. So it looks like he's going to do some kind of bunker rush. Oh, sorry, he already has the bunker down. I wasn't paying attention. And pulls 4 probes. That is a good amount. He should be able to take out that SCV, but there are more SCVs coming, and the probes are not far behind. This is why you want to get those cannons out. Oh, and the SCV won't get taken out. I think this bunker's going to finish. He needs to pull. Oh, I think this bunker rusher might be too much for Kowi to stop. The bunker's finishing. This pylon's going to go down. He's going to get another one in range of this Nexus. And I'm pretty sure the Nexus is, well, unless he can take out that Zealot, that SCV, but there are more SCVs that can finish it, even if one gets taken out. Very nice rush by Clash Panther. I mean, typically you think of bunker rushes, you think of ZVT, but going this really greedy expand without a forge, without any cannons, Clash Panther saw it, and props to him for picking the right build to defeat a build like this, because there's no way he's going to hold this Nexus now. This Nexus is easily going to fall. Clash Panther now can only just hope of amassing a force inside his main, but he's going to be behind for spending that 400 minerals there, losing a couple of probes, mining time, and that pylon. I don't know if he lost his Zealot. He lost 3 units. So yeah, it looks like 2 probes and a Zealot. So yeah, he did lose a Zealot. We do have +1 armor going, so he did get that forge out now, has a cannon, so I don't think Clash Panther will be able to storm into the main, especially with that cannon there and Zealots guarding. But he's going to take a poke. He'll probably see that cannon inside the retreat. Yeah, going back. Oh, but he could. Oh, that was not good. Oh, bad unit control there from Kowi, losing that Zealot. We'll see if he decides to salvage these bunkers and just go expand himself. Yeah, getting down the expansion. Pro is blocking it. We'll delay it a little bit. Well, up to 800 minerals. I mean, 400 of that will be in the command center. Oh, and throwing down the pylon. That's really good. I mean, getting that pylon will slow down Clash Panther's expansion, but I mean, he's definitely behind. I mean, look at, I mean, well, worker count is fairly even, but I mean, with this command center going up just now, I mean, he's going to get ahead. And I mean, looking at the units, I mean, there's no way Kowi can be aggressive right now. Absolutely no way. And he is going to take another poke. I think he wants to see, well, he has a unit there. He wants to see when Kowi decides to expand, because I mean, one thing you always have to be careful of is, oh, and there's the scan. That's very good, because he wants to see, okay, is he going to go like Dark Templar, Void Ray? I mean, oftentimes when a kind of setback happens like this, you know, Protest player might think, okay, you know, how can I get back in this game? Oh, I can get back in this game by taking a huge risk, and you know, that can get a good reward if it pays off. But it looks like he's just going to play economical. Oh, and they should force to cancel. Yep, force to cancel. That's huge. With this amount of Marines, he should be able to deny the expansion for a good amount of time. And you know, his expansion is almost done. So both these games, Clash Panther has, you know, I mean, the first game not by choice. Kowi decided not to expand, but in this game, he is forcing Kowi to not be able to expand at all. And we do have an Immortal coming out, but that will not be very good against all these Marines. You take a look inside Clash Panther's base. Take a look at the upgrades that he's getting. So we do have the production tab. We do have Stim going down. We do have +1 weapons. And +1 armor has already finished. So, I mean, he does have, despite falling behind, he does have that early upgrade advantage. But, I mean, with the expansion of Clash Panther, I mean, he's going to definitely be able to, you know, shoot ahead. I mean, pulling up the workers tab, fairly even now, but there are double mules, and you can see, you know, fairly even harvester counts, but the mineral income is just a little bit higher, and you know, that's going to pay off, and the SCB production will allow him to shoot ahead. But with nice force fields, they're cutting off some of those units, but there's a little gap. Oh, if that force field could have been a little more precise, he would have been able to kill a good amount of Clash Panther's units, but Kowi is now able to expand behind this little bit of aggression, but I don't know how much damage he'll do. This bunker won't be able to finish, but I think there's too many units for Kowi to do much. But he is going to try. The bunker is getting targeted by the Immortal, and the unfinished bunker goes down, so there is no bunker, just these small amount of Terran units. But it looks like Kowi is not going to push his luck. Scouting factory going down, that will absorb some stalker shots, and Kowi does have an observer to help spot things. Oh, and he's pushing in. Oh, he's trying to pick off some SCVs, but doesn't manage to get any. Sneaking around the edges, targeting that refinery, but you know, only about 100 points of damage. Oh, he can target down. He will get that supply depot. First bit of luck for Kowi. Oh, and a lift. So, oh, Stim is done. Oh, nice force field there. That is an excellent force field. He will be able to take out a number of these SCVs. And I think if he just, you know, retreats right now, he'll be in very good shape. Let's take a look at the income tab. Yes, and Kowi managed to kill 13 workers in that attack, and you know, that attack has, I think, brought him back into the game. I mean, he has his own expansion up now, and he has a worker lead, and also has a supply lead. So, you know, he's right back in this game. That was a very nice attack, and you know, those force fields, amazing, because he was able to kill those SCVs without taking any fire from the army. And now Kowi is pushing back, trying to look if he can inflict some more damage. A lot of units now for decent force fields. Only gets 1 Marine. I don't understand that right there. But it looks Clash Panther is trying to stem now and pursue the army. There are still force fields. He really needs to put on some force fields. He's losing a lot of his units, and there's a force field, but not enough. Isn't able to get that. He really needed those last 2, but I mean, he could have cut that army off, but you know, didn't do much in that, you know, second push. Units being loaded up but dropped off. It looks like he's going to heal them before. Oh, and nice scan there, taking out the observer. I did see a Twilight Council, and yes, there is a Zealot charge going down, and we do have a draw coming in on the left side. We'll see if he's ready. Oh, and he has stalkers in position. This drop should get shut down completely. Oh, on Kowiv's reactions, will he be able to? No, the dropship does get away in time, but no damage is done. So Kowiv is on top of that. There are no observers left, so it will. So Clash Panther, having sniped that, knows that if he wants to get more observers, he's going to have to cut some robotic unit production. But he isn't really producing out of the robotic space, so he really should. I really want to see Kowiv get another observer. They're so valuable. Having a set of eyes on the battlefield is really good. And Kowiv now is throwing down his Nexus at his third base. Clash Panther, let me see if he has not started, but he does have a Ghost Academy. And some good EMPs can absolutely change the entire tide of the battle, especially if you get it off on all these sentries. Sizable force for Clash Panther now. I think he's going to take his turn at some aggression. Obviously, he's going to want to either force a cancel of this Nexus or break into the main base. But where the Stalkers are slightly out of position, and Blink hasn't finished yet, so yeah, this base is going to absolutely get canceled. So good awareness by Clash Panther to take that down. The units of the Stalkers still are. Oh, there's a drop. I missed it. I was too busy watching that Nexus get canceled, but it looks like it got cleaned up. But taking a look, oh, and so a number of workers were killed. So a very successful drop, using the main force to divert the attention of Kowiv and forcing a cancel of that third base. So now Clash Panther is despite after that little loss of workers, that first attack by Kowiv has gotten himself back into this game, but this game is far from over. Neither player is out of it. A good engagement by either player can turn the tide of the battle. So we will see what happens. Let me see how many ghosts are in the field. 4 ghosts, plenty of energy for EMPs. Did that reactor? Let me find it. So no, the Mobius reactor did not get built yet. But we do have level 2 upgrades on the way. Let me take a look at the Terran players' upgrades. So 1-1 upgrades. The upgrades are even, but the Protoss player will have an upgrade advantage once these double upgrades finish, and Storm on the way. But with the Ghosts on the field, nice pick. Those Ghosts are expensive. It's always a good idea to be able to pick them off as the Protoss player, if you are able to. Both the players are posturing their army, trying to find a weak point, trying to catch their opponent in a spot, not in a favorable position. So I'm trying to think of the right words to say. Oh, and that nice EMP! All the energy on the trees go down. Huge stamina by Clash Panther. I don't know what's happening. But it looks like all the units. Oh, and there's the GG. That EMP absolutely won the game for Clash Panther. No force fields allowed once you EMP those sentries. GG.